microphone here? Oh, yeah. Okay, no. So if you're... Just a second. I have a translator. Okay. Sorry, it doesn't work. And so this, I don't get... Oh, I have to stand there. Okay. Okay. Okay, now it seems to work.
Köszönöm szépen. Hallani?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Thank you.
Köszönöm. Tehát szimbolikus jelentősége van, hogy a 10. évforduló éppen az önkéntesség világévén van. Ugyanis ez az egész próbálkozás valójában az önkéntességnek a diadala, és a haszonelvűség nélkülinek a diadala, amihez gratulálok. De nem ezt akartam mondani. A szócikkeket olvasva van egy olyan észrevételem, aminek a tökéletesítésére kérném, hogy tegyenek intézkedést. Nagyon sok a piros, ami azt jelenti, hogy hát nem csinálták végig. Tehát kérdés az, hogy most mi a jó? Az, hogy újabb és újabb szócikkeket csinálunk pirosokkal, vagy pedig megpróbáljuk megszervezni a pirosok eltüntetését. Erre például kiváló alkalomnak látom, mindig probléma az, amikor nyugdíjba mennek olyan emberek, akiknek a feje tele van tudással, és szinte egyik napról a másikra nem tudják már használni. Ha valahogy be tudnánk kapcsolni ezt a réteget, aki éppen aktivitásból nyugdíjba megy át, és valamiféle ügyes felhívással erre az önkéntes munkára őket késztetni tudnánk, akkor talán a pirosok könnyebben eltűnnének. Erre például lehetőség volna egy olyan fejezet a Wikipédián, ahol kifejezetten szaktudományok szerinti csoportosításban a piros címek volnának benne, és ezt valamilyen beugró ablakos figyelmeztetéssel akárki közelít a Wikipédiához, mondanánk, hogy van egy ilyen, nézze meg. Ezt szerettem volna mondani.
So I actually agree with you a lot. I think that's a very good point, because right now, if you look at the contributors on Wikipedia, and that applies to all language versions. So not only to the English one, but to all other languages as well, is that most of the editors on Wikipedia are pretty similar, a pretty similar group. So most of them, like 84% of them, are male, and most of them have a high level of education. Most of them come from more industrialized countries. Most of them are white. Most of them are single, by the way. I just have to tell you that story because I have a friend in Germany, and when we met, he worked like 4 to 6 hours when he came back from work on Wikipedia, and then he met his wife, and they got married today, and the number of his contributions really dropped. So I think your point that we should have a more diverse group of authors, that's exactly the right point, and that's something we have to work on. So to encourage more senior citizens to contribute to Wikipedia, more women, that's on our list of goals, certainly.
I have 2 questions. One is, are there any copyright problems with Wikipedia articles? What happens if I simply upload an Encyclopedia Britannica article to Wikipedia just to make it freely available? Mm-hmm. The second question, instead of giving rights to anyone to edit and change. So instead of giving rise to anyone to edit and change a Wikipedia article, could there be the original article kept and a thread on all the corrections? And this would also be good to represent different views of the same subject.
Okay, so let me start with your second questions. Articles on Wikipedia, they always have to be neutral. So that's one of the principles of Wikipedia, to have that neutral point of view. So what we think is that these articles should represent all views on a certain topic, to make sure that an article is not biased. And if you go on Wikipedia, there are some templates that you can find on top of a page, and whenever you see a template, seems to be not neutral, you should be aware that there is something wrong. And you can also go to the discussion page. So every article has also a discussion page. And if you look at this discussion page and you find a long argument about whether some facts in the article are right or not, that's also an indicator that it might be a more disputed topic. So, and back to your question about what happens if I just copy something from Britannica and put it on Wikipedia. So Wikipedia stands under a free license, and you can't take copyrighted material and just upload it to Wikipedia, and that applies to text as well as to images. So the big question is, how can we make sure that there is no copyrighted material that someone uploads? How can we find that? And actually, that's one of the things I find most amazing, is that some of our volunteers do nothing else but check content on Wikipedia about whether it is copyrighted material or not. And that's one of the really amazing things about Wikipedia. You might think that all the people who contribute to Wikipedia, all these people write articles. That's not the case. Some just devote all their time on administrative tasks like that to check whether it's copyrighted material or not. And I think that's great, and I think we can be very happy that we have volunteers who do that. Huh?
What happens to the copyrighted material?
Well, they take it down, right? Does that answer your question? Okay. Any other questions?
If no adaptation and no cost for Wikipedia, I wonder how are you financed then?
Okay, the finances, yeah. So how does it work? It is 99% of the money is donations. So we just ran our annual fundraiser. It ended in January, and we raised about $16 million, which is look at the numbers for Google and for Microsoft and so on, which is a very, very small amount. I already mentioned it. We're a very small nonprofit. We don't have overhead, just 64 staff members. And what happened between September or October and January was that millions of people gave small donations. So I think the average was $22. So it's not that we have huge donors who give us millions. That also happens. But like the biggest amount of the money that we raise is small donations. And I remember the story of someone who donated last year, and donors can leave comments when they make a donation. And this person left a comment saying, hey, I'm from India, and I just have $5, but I like Wikipedia a lot, so I want to give you these $5. And next year, when I'm out of school and I have a job, I will give you more. And I think these are just some amazing examples of how much it means for people in other countries to have free access to knowledge. Any other questions? Okay, last question. Just a second.
Köszönöm szépen. Van Magyarországon egy mozgalom, a Szépen Emberül mozgalom. Ennek az embereszménye az, hogy hazája jó polgára, nemzete jó gyermeke, családja jó tagja, és önmaga jó gazdájaként igyekezzen emberhez méltó tettekre. Mennyire fogadja a Wikipédia ezt az embereszményt el? Az igazságosság, kölcsönösség, méltányosság és felelősség tudat jegyébe kell azt az átlagosan 80 évet leélnünk itt a Földön. Mondjuk mi. Kérdésem tehát, hogy mennyire fogadják el ezt a önismeretébe gyarló, de a tökéletességre vágyó lélekkel vezényelt embernek az eszméjét.
Oh, sorry. So, I think that if you look at the editors on Wikipedia, they're very different. So they're a very diverse group of people, and sometimes they also fight hard arguments about small things. They're not only Wikipedia represents all kinds of people, and they're not just good people. So in an ideal world, I think it would be great if all people on Wikipedia would be friendly and reach those goals that you were talking about. But Wikipedia is like the world is. It's pretty diverse, and sometimes people also argue with each other. So it's not always just peaceful on Wikipedia. And people have a very strong opinion about the topics they're working on. Okay, thank you very much again for your interest.